Good night, good night, good night. It's a great night to have a great night. It's Real Estate Tuesday, people. You know, I got to start off with a smile every time, though. We bring you a little sparkle today. Still trying to adjust my camera a little bit. Oops. There we go. There we go. There we go. So, it is the second week of 2025, and I hope that all is great and thriving. It's day 9 for me. Everybody knows that what's going on. It's day 9, and it's I'm feeling fine. I'm doing great. I'm doing well, and everybody else that's on it, we all are doing it. So it's Real Estate Tuesday. So my name is Toria Howard. I am a real estate agent here in the beautiful city of Detroit, and I service Detroit and the surrounding areas. And we're talking home ownership for 2025. We're gonna get you ready. If you're ready in 3 months, 6 months, and a year. So definitely share this video. Definitely tap in with me. I'm a realtor with Exit United Professionals here in the Detroit and the surrounding areas. And I can't wait to share this information with you because it's certain people at certain points they are ready to buy. Now it's not a lot of activity going on as far as home buying for residents are concerned, but investors are moving, especially here in Detroit. I'm working with a few investors. They're looking to buy properties. Properties are getting swooped up. So I am here to tell you how to get ready. So talking to the future homeowners, that is. So are you ready to buy a home? Your first home, your next home in 2025? Here, I'm here to break it down step by step. Whether it's 3 months, like I said, 6 months, or a whole year, I'll show you exactly what to do to make your home ownership reality. So let's dive in. So 3 month plan I'm going to talk about is how to look at your credit score. So a lot of banks are not looking at Credit Karma gives you the Vantage score. You need to know your FICO scores. So make sure that you are understanding what your credit reports say, what your finances are looking like. So if you are below a 620, focus on paying down some small debts and disputing any errors. Right now, Equifax is going through a lawsuit with the CFPB, and it's a great time to dispute your negative items with Experian. Equifax just went through a breach, so all of these different things are good factors in you to dispute. And if you need help with disputing, I can definitely help you with that as well. So if you have for example, if you have a $500 credit card balance, aim to paying that down to $200 immediately to reduce your utilization. Your utilization will help boost that credit score up. If you have the right type of, credit report that is needed in your, for your home ownership goals, at least 4 trade lines. You want to have a mix of those trade lines. You want to have, you know, uh, the installment credit, which is like your personal loans. You can put your rent on there, that'll be an installment loan, and utility bills, stuff like that. Furniture bills, your car note, those are installment loans. But then you have those revolving credit lines like your credit cards. You want to have a good mix, at least 4 that you want to have. You can have 2 and 2, or 3 and 1, or however you want to do it. But it's good to have a good solid mix, and that's why a lot of times people credit score don't go up, because they don't have a good solid mix. You might have to add something. So what you need up front, if you are thinking about in 3 months, you're going to need about $2,000, just about. Talking about inspection and appraisals, because you're still in the running to get. Hey, Nisa, you're still in the running. IT, you're still in the running to get these first-time homebuyer programs. And first-time homebuyer programs are not just for people that are just buying a home. Like, you can have bought a home 2 or 3 years ago, depending on your state, your county, and this is happening all across the United States. So you need to understand what's going on with your state and your county, because like in Michigan, you have MISHDA that you can get to $10,000, but the city of Detroit has $25,000 that they're giving for first-time home buyers to buy a home. So think about that, but you would also need to have your money for your appraisal, money for your inspection, even though you get your down payment and your closing costs paid. So think about saving, having about $2,000. Also, in the mix, you need to have a savings of 3 months of your. If you try to some of these programs, some of these banks want you to have at least 3 months of your mortgage payment saved. So you need to make sure. Um, Okay, your credit score went up nice. So that's awesome. Congratulations. So you need to make sure that you have at least 3 months of your mortgage saved, because a lot of banks want to see that you know how to save this money, because they're going to give you, this is one of the biggest purchases you're going to buy at this point, and they want to know that you can manage it, you can handle it. Hi, David. So make sure that you have 3 months of your, even though you're using the first time home buyer grants, make sure that you have at least 3 months of your uh, mortgage that you're looking to pay saved up in a bank account, plus the 2,000 that you would need for your inspection and your appraisal. But that 2,000 can't come out of that savings. They just need to see it up front, so to make sure. But you need to make sure that you can replenish it, because sometimes they go back. Well, usually they go look back at your credit report and not your bank account. So just make sure that you're thinking about that. So if you want to save aggressively, so skip takeout for about 3 months and save $50 a week, and you'll have $600 towards that $2,000 goal. So that's something that you could think about. See, your credit scores are on a it's on an algorithm, y'all. People don't worry about if your credit score drop, and if it goes, it's gonna continuously do that. So just make sure that you're doing what you need to do in order for it to go up. But that's another story for a different day. You absolutely, but God. So at this point, if you're talking about 3 months out buying a house, please do not add any more new credit to your credit report. Okay, so don't try to go buy a new car. Wait for the furniture. Don't try to get new credit cards. Don't finance anything at this point. Stop. If you want to buy a house in 3 months, do not add any more credit lines to your credit report. So let's talk about people that are a little bit further out. Maybe you're 6 months out, right? So if you got 6 months, you have time to prepare. So start saving for your that mortgage payment. So a lot of you are about to get sizable tax returns, right? So if you're no, your credit does not have to be a perfect 700 and up in order to purchase a home. You will give you a 740 and up will give you a better interest rate for purchasing a home, but you don't need to have a 700 credit score. That's a good question. 620 is minimum depending on your bank, but 620 is minimum for a first-time home buyer program. Sometimes it's 650, but you can buy a home with a 580 if you got the money. If you got the money to pay for your down payment and closing costs, you can buy a house with 580. Now your interest rate is going to be high, but you can refinance later on to get a lower interest rate, but it's going to start your mortgage over. So you really just want to work on your credit from the beginning, and then get it up as far as you can, depending on your situation. But 620 is minimum for the first time home buyer programs in certain areas, in certain states. But you need to make sure you want to have that 740 and above to get the best interest rate. But you have programs like NACA where the credit score doesn't even matter. And you can buy, your interest rate is going to be low regardless, but they just want to see that you're managing your finances. So they're going to comb through that thing. So you just have to be mindful of that. So just going back to if you're 6 months out, think about now is the time that you get these sizable tax refunds that you can save that tax refund as part as your 3 months of your it's not your down payment, but they want to see 3 months of your mortgage payment saved in a bank account. So you can use your tax return for that. But a lot of banks are, they want to see that the money is coming out of your account, that you're being manageable. But what you can do is put that lump sum in there. It's still flow, $100 or so into that bank account, so that they still see some activity going into that bank account. That's how you can kind of beat that. Some banks don't even care. As long as you got the money saved up, have at it. So you're talking about, preparing for, your mortgage. So at this point, if you have some negative items on your credit report, that's what I was saying before. Experience going through a lawsuit. Equifax just went through a security breach. It's a great time to dispute negative items, especially if you have 6 months. And if you have a lot, charge-offs, charge-offs and collections, foreclosures, repossessions, evictions, those type of things sometimes take a little bit longer. Charge-offs and collections may not, But the repossessions and foreclosures and evictions sometimes take a little bit longer to come off. So you have to make sure that you're doing it in a timely manner. So it'd be great if you are looking into doing that right now. Hi, Janice. That's my friend, y'all. That's Golden. She is a cop in Memphis, y'all. So pray for her. Pray for my friend, y'all. She protecting y'all in Memphis. But anyway, so if you're 6 months out, looking at your credit report, looking at your finances, seeing if you have the proper credit lines, you can add your rent. If you're renting, you can add your rent. This would be a great time to add your rent to your credit report. This would be a great time to add credit lines if you can. Because 6 months out is a really good time to add those credit lines. If you're 3 months out, please don't add them a new credit. 6 months out, you can still add credit lines. Credit lines are, you want installment, which is, like I said, you can add your rent, utilities. You can stuff like Credit Strong. People are using, different platforms for that. You can have a personal loan, your car payment. Those are installment. New credit cards. If you get I always recommend to my clients, if you are looking to get a credit card, especially it's tax season, right? Get a secure credit card with a reputable bank, somebody that will turn that credit card into a unsecured credit card within a short amount of time. Navy Federal turned your unsecured credit card within 6 months. So it's a good time span. So you need to make sure that you're looking into those banks. Hey, Jen. And making sure that you have those proper credit lines. And 6 months out is a great time to add those credit lines. So they're looking at the credit score to get you in the door, but they're also looking for your credit report to have the proper, mix of credit and all of those different things. So make sure you have that mix of installment and make sure you have that mix of the revolving. But with the revolving, you got to make sure if you're 3 months out, I forgot to say this, you want to have that. If you're 3 months out for buying a home, you want to have that utilization each month because they're going to look 3 months back, 6 to 7%. You want to have that utilization 6 to 7%. So only use your credit cards for stuff you already have the money for. That's what you want to do. Gas, groceries, phone bill, cable bill, some of them subscriptions that you are paying out of your bank account, put it on your credit card. It'll help, get some activity on there. You're paying it off, keeping that utilization down because you got to keep the activity going. If you're 6 months out, you can, this is the time to focus on paying down your debt. So making sure that you have your debt to income ratio is, they say 40%, of debt to income. So 40% debt, 60% income. So if you are higher than that, you want to work on lowering, decreasing that debt. So at this point, if you are, on the top side where it's 60-40 or 70-30, you got more debt to income, maybe you need to add some more income or work on, snowball methods, avalanche methods, different methods to help you pay off your debt. And 6 months out is a great way to do it. In June, there'll be more homes on the market too. And interest rates are going to be, fluctuating here and there, but don't worry about the interest rate. You want to make sure things can happen during the closing process to help you with that interest rate to either buy it down or negotiate it. So don't worry about the interest rate. You want to get the highest interest rate yet. I mean, the best interest rate, yes, with the highest credit score. But at this point, make sure that you are paying down the debt and making sure your debt to income ratio is on the 40-60 side. Now, the thing is about entrepreneurs, right? Because I know a lot of entrepreneurs are out there. If your debt is attached to an asset and that asset is cash flowing, that's something totally different. Hi, Trina. So if a lot of people are buying homes as entrepreneurs, your debt to income ratio is a little bit different. If you have high debt, but it's attached to an asset that's cash flowing, then banks won't look at your debt to income ratio as a bad thing. It's if that debt is producing money and that's a part of your income and you have other income that's coming in, they won't really look at that. But you need to make sure that you have good debt, and good debt means that debt is making money for you. So if you're 6 months out, make sure that you understand what you need, right? Gather, your bank bank statements, your pay stubs, your tax returns, all of that type of stuff. You need that 3 months right out as well, because you usually need 2 years of your tax returns, right? You'll need 3 months usually of your pay stubs. Sometimes they ask for 6 months, depending on your job, if you switch jobs or something, and 3 months of your bank statements. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, you have to have a little bit more. They want the tax returns. They want your balance sheet. They want your P&Ls. They want to see your asset list, your class, your cash flow. So you have to have a little bit more than just. And if you are getting a pay, if you're paying yourself from your job, from your business, then they'll want to see that as well, because that is part of your income. So it's a lot of different things and avenues that they look at as an entrepreneur. But as a W-2 employee, you would just need your 3 months of bank statements, 3 months of your check stubs, and 2 years of your tax returns. And make sure that you include all of your income. Income, like, it's 401k, is your investment accounts, child support, alimony. All of that is considered income. Even though it's not your paycheck, it's still considered income. So when you're talking about 6 months out, start going to open houses, start going around to neighborhoods, know exactly where you want to live. If you're 3 months out, you should already have an idea what you can afford, what you're looking to pay, what neighborhood, bedroom, all of that should be in place, because 3 months from now, which will be in April, you ready, right? So 6 months out, start. It's a lot of open houses. Start going to open houses. Start going around and driving through neighborhoods to see, what's best for you, your children, what's best, because a lot of people have children and looking for, the best school districts and things of that nature. Do your research. If you are a young person that want, walkability, livability, you want a lively, nightlife and things of that nature, that's what you're going to be looking for. So check it out. I know for Detroit, if you're in the Detroit and the surrounding areas, if you want like a suburban life or still a nightlife, you got the income now. Just saying, Royal Oak is one of the best, areas if you have a little bit more of an income. If not, if you live closer to the downtown area, there's some up and coming areas, that are emerging. Think about buying your first home as being an investor. Maybe you want to buy a 4 unit or a duplex, especially if you're young, you don't have any children. Even if you have a small family, think about buying a duplex, a triplex, or a quad, and then that'll help you buy that next dream home. So it's so many different avenues that you can go, right? So let's talk about if you're 1 year out. So if you're 1 year out, you have a full year to make big moves, right? You can pay your bills on time, paying down your credit card balances, avoiding hard inquiries, because you want to avoid the hard inquiries because of the fact that banks don't want to see that they don't want to see you being all over the place with it. They want to make sure that if you're shopping around for the same thing, they don't really ding you for that. But if they see you try to go buy a car and they go buy some furniture and they go buy something else that's totally off, it's a red flag. So make sure you're keeping those hard inquiries to a minimum. When you 1 year out, also when you're 6 months out, hard inquiries are a no at 6 months out. Three months, you should be doing it not at all. You're not adding anything. So you want to make sure that it is the year out, you're paying down your debt. So if you owe $1,000, paying $100 a month consistently for a year will boost that score. Boosting it up. It is talking about on your credit cards, knowing your statement date, knowing your reporting date, and knowing your due date are all critical, because you want to start paying your credit cards before your statement date closes and paying it off. That will make it so that your credit score will also move, and also they might boost your credit line. So you don't want to spend up to your credit line though when they boost it. You want to still keep your same spending habits. But if you get a higher credit line during that time, it'll also help your debt to income ratio as well. So you thinking about adding a credit card, you want to, like I said, start with a secured credit card with a reputable bank that will turn it over within a year or 6 months to a secured credit card. But you're only using that credit card for things you can pay for only. gas, groceries, cable bill, whatever y'all use down, internet, pay your car note if it's big, if you have enough credit lines. Do those type of things, so you can, it's showing that you're paying it right back off. And then the more you save, right? You got a year now. So the more you save, the more options you'll have when it's time to buy. So in general speaking, you want 3 months of your mortgage payment saved, but if you're a year out, you can save more than that. So, and then if you're using the first time home buyer programs, you won't even have to use that money. You'll be able to use that savings for, paying down your mortgage faster, because a lot of people think that putting a sizable down payment, is a smart thing to do. No, it's getting the mortgage as low as you can, as the lowest money as you put down payment as you can, and taking that extra money and paying it off on that mortgage once you get it. That's how you do it. So making sure that you do all of those types of things, right? So learn about budgeting. Financial literacy is a must. You have a year out. If you're a year out of buying a home, learn about budgeting. Choose the right loan products for you to build your credit, and working with a realtor. Learn a realtor right now. Work with somebody right now. Build that relationship right now. Learn who you want to work with and who you don't want to work with at this point. And make sure you educated yourself. Know, because I'm coming out with a book, but know the questions you need to ask the mortgage lender, the real estate agent. What is the process right now? Start writing your goals down about, your home ownership goals. What are your needs? How many bedrooms, bathrooms do you need? What school district you want to be in if you have children? What area you want to be in if you are looking for a lively area or whatever. This is the best time to manifest those type of things. Going to open houses still in the 1 year out. So making sure that you are finding programs that will teach you, or getting with someone like myself that will teach you the process and be patient with you. It's a bust at this juncture. So when you're a year out, it's the best time to save, pay down your debt, save the most money you can, write down your goals, know what your needs and wants are, know how much you can afford, all of those type of things. So I just gave you a plan for buying a home in 2025. If you're 3 months out, 6 months out, a year out, I gave you the plan, right? So no matter where you're starting in 2025, this can be your year to be a homeowner, regardless. I'm here to guide you every step of the way, regardless of what state you're in. So let's make your dreams a reality. Let's get it going. So you can send me, some comments. Thank you for those of you who have been commenting on my live. Share it with someone you feel like it will help you. I can help anybody across the United States because of the fact that I know real estate agents all across the United States. So I would love to assist you in any way that I can, connecting you with the right people. If you are a mortgage lender, let's connect. If you are a title agent, let's connect. If you are other real estate agents, let's connect and see how we can help each other build our businesses. And if you are looking to buy, lease, invest, sell, I would love to assist you. So definitely comment on this live. You can contact me. My link is in my bio on my Instagram. It's in the comment section of my YouTube channel, and it's also going to be attached to my Facebook Live. So I bid you adieu. Everyone have an amazing night. Thank you for those of you that came on, and thank you for watching the replay for those of you that watched it all the way through. And hey, Roz. I'm done now, girl. But I appreciate you. Just give me some flames or something. Give me some comments before I end it. But I bid you adieu. I'll be back Thursday for Real Estate Thursday, talking about how you can buy a home on Section 8. So a lot of people think because they are on Section 8 subsidized housing that they cannot purchase a home, but that is not true. So I'll be talking about that on Thursday. So tune back in. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find a link in my story of my Facebook and my IG. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. Trying to get my subscribers up, y'all. So love y'all, and I'll see you all on Thursday.